everybody. When you see this, it'll be the 1st of October, which is leading up to the last of October, which is Halloween, which is called All Hallows Eve, because the next day is considered kind of a holy day. I have drawn out, and I'm going to start the month with something I think that's going to be nice and tasteful and simple. We're styling, sort of. But we will move into darker things throughout the month. Okay, I'll show you what we're going to do. I need to get it where you can see. Okay. There we go. Alright, I'm using an 8 by 10. I've got this divided by the corner, and these are going to be black roses, these are going to be red. The red's going to be bleeding down and giving life to the black ones. So, but the red ones have to bleed to do it. It's like giving somebody a transfusion. But first, I gotta get myself situated. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna paint this whole side pink. I hope everybody has had a nice few days. Trying to think. We went to the museum. I think it was Friday, and then we put one up Saturday. I think this is Tuesday. Oh. I'll catch up as soon as I look at the calendar. Believe me, old people aren't the only ones who do that. I used to work shift work. And a lot of times my shifts were rotated. And sometimes they weren't. A lot of times, I kind of preferred when I had alternating days off because, well, it would give me every other weekend. Sorry, I forgot to turn you back on. I put a couple of flowers. I put a couple of clouds up here to begin with. And now I'm adding the roses. I'm going to need to go with put some lines in there. But let's get this done first. Once this is dry, the white up here, the clouds, then I will put in a heart right up here. A nice red heart. I know roses don't grow like that off of a plant, but this is an abstract. Being a bit abstract. If you are somebody who's familiar with the Bible, there's a parable about the man who drops his seed along the side of the road and it doesn't do anything. And then there's the farmer who plants his seed in poor soil. You all right? Jeez, he does that on purpose. They're called, well, it's the parable of the sower. The sower, S-O-W, is a farmer or planter. And anyway, he sows his seeds in poor soil. It's kind of like sandy, overly too much sand and not enough nutrient. So his roses don't grow, whatever he has in the seeds, it will spring up and then die. It'll spring up for a little bit and then it'll die. And then there's the one who plants his soil, or his seeds in good soil, in good fertile soil, and gets a good crop. So we could kind of line this up with that a little bit. I'm terrible with reference, so I couldn't tell you exactly in the Bible. I know it's one of Jesus speaking to his disciples. It's a parable. That's how Jesus taught. A lot of the time was through parables, and so, but it's in the Gospels somewhere. Okay, now we're going to let this one bleed. going to go ahead and give this just a little bit of health here. I know, they're red, but there's a reason for that. They're not fully alive yet. We can put a couple of cactus out here. Cactus do grow in the desert. And they'll grow in good soil too, I think. I've got some. Seem to be growing fine in good soil. So. But you don't want to overwater them. If you overwater them, then you got a problem. And they're not going to last long. Not really giving them a lot of shape. I guess they're more like a kind of agave cactus. They use it a lot in, actually use it in Mexico for food. I think they use it like in condiments and something. It's got a kind of a slick, kind of slimy actually, but okay. It's not working very well, is it? Oh, jeez. If I learn to let something dry well, thing is I want to get it done, and that's what makes me impatient. So that I'll have something new to start tomorrow night. Okay. This is the only one that's going to have. And actually, I don't know. It's the only one that has these roots are pretty much dead, I'd say. But roots can be any color. But these are not healthy roses until they get their little blood transfusion coming from these roses. So far, one's got it. I don't know. That may look really weird. It's supposed to. It's Halloween. But that's the beginning of it. The first day of October. So, we'll find something slightly more sinister for day 2. And we'll work through the month. Actually, I hadn't done flowers for a little bit. These probably aren't the flowers I would choose, but I got to do some flowers. So, some sort of unhealthy and some more healthy. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have more ideas, we'll work on those. Got plenty of monsters, plenty of ghosts and goblins. Now I remember the name. We named her Gabby Lynn. And I don't know where I put her. There she is. Oh. This is Gabby Lynn from last year's Halloween. We crafted her out of clay And you have goblins. Well, she's Gabby Lynn. She's a girl, so we gave her some pink, and of course she's still got some mud on her. She's a goblin, you know. She's got to be a little dirty and stuff. So, but she's Gabby, and we love her, even if she is a little on the ugly side. She's prettier than a lot of them. Okay. Well, that's it. And I will see you tomorrow. Love you. Good night.